Hello friends, today before starting the class, I would like to pay respects to Colonel Santosh sir and also suggest to boycott China, Chinese products and Chinese apps. In today's classes, we are going to learn about behavior of carbon, that is saturated, unsaturated, suffixes and prefixes, nomenclature, that is basic, functional groups. The last class we have learned about catenation. What is catenation? The self-combining capacity of an element with itself is called as catenation. Along with catenation, this carbon has very interesting properties. A student asked me a question personally, "Sir, if the bonding is formed, will the revolution of the electrons stop and be static?" My answer is no. They won't be static and the revolution will continue just as the animation which you look above. This carbon, along with catenation, it also has some other interesting properties. These properties are like it forms a single bond, double bond and triple bond. Carbon being a tetravalent atom, that is 4 electrons in the outermost shell. Each carbon atom is sharing an electron with each other, forming a single bond. And rest of the 3 electrons which are left will form a bond with hydrogen each, forming a CH3 single bond, CH3. Carbon double bond carbon is formed when 2 electrons are shared with between 2 carbon atoms and rest 2 electrons are shared with the hydrogen atoms. See, triple bond C is very hard to animate. It has to be very accurate. For that reason, I did not animate it. And let's discuss now. We have C single bond C, C double bond C and C triple bond C. C single bond C is called as saturated. C double bond and C triple bond C are called as unsaturated. Since they have only hydrogen and carbon, they are called as hydrocarbons. Saturation means satisfied. C single bond C is a satisfied, means it cannot take further or add anything to it. Whereas C double bond C and C triple bond C, they are called unsaturated. That means they are unsatisfied. A bond can take more. Look at the animation of double bond and triple bond. What you can observe, they can add more hydrogens to it. Hydrocarbons are million in number, so they have to be named and organized. For that reason, they have started a new term called nomenclature. To understand the nomenclature and before naming them, we should understand few terms. They are suffix and prefix. Suffix is the term which is given after the stem word. Saturated single bonded carbon compounds are called ane. Unsaturated double bonded carbon compounds are called ene. And unsaturated triple bonded carbon compound are called ine. Ane, ene, ine are the suffixes, while prefixes are based on the number of carbon atoms present. If 1 carbon atom is present, we call it as met. 2 carbon atoms are present, we call it as eth. 3 carbon atoms are present, we call it as prop. 4 carbon atoms are present, we call it as but. 5 carbon atoms are present, we call it as pent. Let's name them. That is nomenclature by using prefixes and suffixes. How many carbon do you see on the screen? 5 carbons. So prefix is pent and all single bonds are present between carbon and carbon. So we use the suffix ane. The compound name is pentane. Similarly, 5 carbons are present, so pent, and 1 triple bond is present, so ine. The compound name is pentyne. 6 carbons are present, so hexa. All single bonds between carbon and carbon, so ane is cyclic in structure, so we call it as cyclohexane. 6 carbons are present, so hexa. 3 triple bonds are present, so triene, and is cyclic in nature, so we call it as cyclohexatriene, or the common name is benzene. You think carbon only forms bond with only hydrogen? Only element hydrogen? No. It forms with various other elements also. But we are going to discuss a few right now, like halogens, ketones, aldehydes, alcohols. These are called the functional groups, which change the physical and chemical properties of a carbon structure. Let's take example of halogens. If chlorine reacts with pentane, we call it as chloropentane. If bromine reacts with pentane, we call it as bromopentane. And if iodine reacts with pentane, we call it as iodopentane. Another functional group is alcohol, which has a functional group that is OH. When it comes and attached to the pentane or any other carbon structure, we use OL. And now the structure over here is pentanol. The structure is named over here as pentanol. Another functional group is aldehyde, that is CHO. It binds with pentane to form pentanal. Next functional group is ketone, CO. Important point is it should have carbon on both the sides of the functional group. It is called as pentanone. The last functional group is carboxylic acid, which is COOH. It's denoted by oic acid, and the compound is called as pentanoic acid. Saturated, unsaturated functional groups play a major role in nomenclature or naming of the carbon compound, which were given by IUPAC, International Union for Pure and Applied Chemistry. In the next class, we'll discuss about the IUPAC rules for naming carbon compounds. Thank you very much.